And in this video, I want to show you that the Bible teaches that if you are speaking with other tongues and people do not understand what you're saying and there's no interpreter, that you should actually keep silence. Now, I do want to be clear that in 1 Corinthians 14, the tongue is referring to a real language. It is not referring to the modern day, what Pentecostals do today. But here's what it says in verse 28. It says, "But if there be no interpreter, let him keep silence in the church and let him speak to himself and to God." And so according to the Pentecostal movement, people will start speaking with tongues at their churches, which is some heavenly language, but nobody understands what's being said. And they will often do this without an interpreter. But the Bible is very clear that if there is no interpreter, speak to yourself and do not do it in the church. The Bible says earlier in verse number 5 that if people do not understand what's being said, then the church cannot be edified. And so there's no point of speaking with a language that people do not understand. How could they possibly be edified by that? So for example, somebody could be the greatest preacher in the entire world, but if the language that they're preaching in is, Mandarin Chinese, and nobody at our church understands Mandarin Chinese, it did not edify anybody. It didn't help anybody because they don't even understand what's being said. And so the Bible's saying that if you are going to speak with other tongues, with a language, then there better be an interpreter, otherwise there is no point. So why, Pentecostals, do you have this at your church where people speak with tongues and nobody understands and no interpreter?